So this is extra bonus workshop, 5:30 p.m. on June 24th, 2020. This scenario is selling to Cutco owners. Okay, selling to Cutco owners. So what I want to do is I'll start at the beginning of the presentation. I'll ask every customer right here, have you ever heard of Cutco before? So that way I know from the beginning that they own Cutco. If they say yes, it's like, great. Can you go ahead and grab all the Cutco that you have in your kitchen? I want them to take out everything, because oftentimes by the time you get to the end of the appointment, if they say, oh, I already have everything Cutco has, and they have like a studio set, like I want to know that in the beginning, so that way I know what to sell them on. So I want to know if they have an ultimate set, I want to know that in the beginning. If they have a studio set, I want to know that in the beginning. If they have a couple pieces, I want to know that in the beginning. So they're going to get all their Cutco out. And then I want to see it. And that way I could inspect it. I want to have them show it to me if there's any like thing that needs to be sent back or resharpened or use the guarantee for anything. So I'll go like this. So I'll say, now, Ms. Jones, just so you know, on your site, there's the forever guarantee here for Cutco owners. At the end of the appointment, I'll give you all the information that you need where you can send your Cutco back. That way you don't have to do it right away, but that way you at least have all the information and on how to send your Cutco back to get it sharpened or polished or refurbished. So that way you have that information, okay? So I'll give that to you at the end of the appointment just in case you need it. And then I'll do everything else from here, and here's the same. Then I'm gonna say, Ms. Jones, I'm gonna still have you watch this video just because some things at Cutco change. And I also wanna remind you of why Cutco is the best and why it's so expensive. Before I play this video, Ms. Jones, I wanna know, what is your Cutco story? What is your Cutco story? I would write that down. So what is your Cutco story, Ms. Jones? And I want to have them tell me the story. While they're telling me their story, they're selling themselves on why they love Cutco. So they might say, if you don't mind muting yourself, I can't mute you. Whoever is someone talking in the background, I appreciate it. So they're going to say, well, I had the college kid come over to the house and I decided to buy the knives. What made you buy it? Well, I really love the guarantee and how awesome it was. Was it worth it? Was it worth the investment? Oh, it was totally worth the investment. It was a little expensive when you first bought it though, wasn't it? Yeah, it was expensive, but have you found like it was worth it? Yeah, oh, it was totally worth it. Awesome. And then I'm going to say this, Ms. Jones, after this video, would you mind giving me a video testimonial of you saying all of that? So that way I can show everyone else who has never heard of Cutco that maybe they know you, and I could show them what you had to say about Cutco. Would that be okay with you if I just like recorded this Zoom, or you send me a recording? Would that be okay? And by the way, maybe I could give you, since you're eligible for free Cutco, since you own Cutco, you're eligible for upgrades, you're eligible for discounts. Maybe I could work some of that in there for you as well. And then I'll play the video. Then play the video. Then I'll say, Ms. Jones, this is our basic set. If they already have it, I'll be like, you already have the basics. So I just want to review real quick what they're used for, but I really want to spend some time on showing you what the upgrade option is that you're eligible for. So if they already own a homemaker, I'm going to say, I'm not going to spend much time on this. I'm just going to review real quick, but I really want to spend some time on showing you the upgrade option that you're eligible for. Now, if they already own an ultimate set, I'm going to do the same thing. You already own the knives. I'm going to show you the upgrade option that you're eligible for. And I'm going to go over here to down here where it says accessories. I'm going to go to Cutco Kitchen. And this is the upgrade option that you're eligible for. So you already own the knives, but I want to show you the upgrade option of the Cutco Kitchen, which includes the pots and pans, which includes forks and spoons. It includes all the gadgets and accessories. So I want to show you the upgrade option that you're eligible for. If they own a homemaker set, I'm going to say, I want to show you the upgrade option that you're eligible for. Here's the signature set that we have. We also have the ultimate set. I'm going to show you what comes in those. So then I'll explain the names and uses on each of those. Now, where do I find those names and uses? Well, on my vector demo, I'm going to go over here where it says product details. And I'm going to do a names and uses on the items that are not in the homemaker. So the first one, 4-inch paring knife. I'm going to do Command F. I'm going to type in 4-inch and see the chef knife. There's the paring knife. So here's the paring knife. That's the 2 3/4 inch. Here's the 4-inch paring knife. And I'm going to read to them the description of the 4-inch paring knife. Then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say traditional cheese knife. I already know that one. Boning knife. So I'll go over here. I'm going to type in boning and I'm going to read the details of the boning knife. Then I'll go over here to petite slicer. Petite slicer. Or I guess just slicer. Let's see. So salmon knife slicer, and here's the petite slicer. Bang. Boom, I'll read the petite slicer. So I'll do that for each. That's going to be my names and uses. Going through each of these tools and giving them a names and uses on the ultimate set. Then I'm going to go through, create a wish list, just like it tells me to do at the very end of my training. Here, gifts and accessories. The very, very, very bottom of this page, it says for Cutco owners, have them take everything they already own. Since you're on Cutco, I'm going to make a wish list. So my first question for you is, Miss Jones, what set would you want to upgrade to? Would you want to upgrade to the ultimate set or the signature set? Cool. I'll write that down. I'll put that on the wish list. Cool. How many more extra table knives would you want as a wish? Let me take you through that. We go through starting here. How many extra table knives would you want on your wish list? Add that to the wish list. Go through all the accessories, the gadgets, the forks and spoons, all of it. And I'm going to build this giant wish list for the customer of all these things that they don't have already. Make this giant wish list. And then I'm going to come up with a deal for my customer. I'm going to add up all the things on that wish list. I'm going to do maybe 20 or 25% off. And then I'll give a bunch of free stuff to get to 20 or 25% off. That's what I would do working with Cutco owners. So what takeaways or light bulbs do you have on that?
I made a wish list.
Make sure that they take everything out so that way you know everything they have. And then making a wish list for all the things that they don't have. But I also did a names and uses for all the things that they don't have to create a want or a need for all the things that they don't have. Good. Yeah. So Cutco already has, Cutco has some new stuff. I want to show you some things have changed. Absolutely.
One thing I like.
Yeah. Did you notice how I got the I Love Cutco video before, in the beginning stages of the appointment to get them to be bought into how much they love their Cutco? Did you notice that? Right. So did you also notice that how I found the product information for all the items that they don't already have and be able to do a names and uses for those items, right? Did you notice how I showed the Cutco kitchen so that way they know that they don't have everything, right? So those are a couple of ideas of what you could do when you're working with someone who already owns Cutco. So our next scenario that we want to talk about was customers rescheduling their appointments. So really there's two, I would say 2 parts, maybe 3, that help reduce the amount of reschedules you get. I can't say it'll eliminate it, but it'll definitely reduce it. Number 1 is the urgency phrase. So when you book up the appointment and you say, Ms. Jones, I really need 10 appointments by Monday to hit my goal, they need to feel how important this is to you. They need to feel it. So I like phrases like, I normally wouldn't ask this, Miss Jones, but I'm in a pickle. I told my manager I was going to book up 10 appointments for the weekend. I only have 8, so I'm 2 away. Is there any way you could squeeze me into your busy schedule at a time, or would time be better for you? It would really help me out. So it sounds urgent. So they can't, if it sounds like, oh, I'm always available. It shows I'm just available all the time. They're going to think it's like, well, she's always available, so I could just reschedule on her. I got to go to the grocery store. It's not a big deal. So I want to make them feel like everyone's helping me. I'm very busy, and their appointment makes a big difference in my success. That's number one. There's got to be a level of urgency, a deadline, 2 times that we offer. The second thing is the firm up. The firm up of thank them, have them write it down, reconfirm the appointment, and think again. So thank Ms. Jones, thank you so much. You have no idea how much this appointment means to me. It might not mean that much to you, but it means the world to me because this is how I'm paying my way through college. Thank them. Have them write it down. Ms. Jones, can you write down a confirmation number? It's just so my manager knows I'm doing the appointment. Cool. Make sure they write it down. Write down, I'm going to call you on this time. Please be in front of your computer. Number 3, reconfirm. Are you sure this time definitely works for you? I'm sorry to have you go through this trouble. It's just the other day, I had an appointment. It was in California. I stayed up until midnight, 9 p.m. her time, and she didn't even remember. And I missed my appointment goal for that day by 1. I was devastated because I really work hard towards my appointment goals. And I know you wouldn't do that. I just know people get really busy, and I just want to make it really easy so that you don't forget. So you're sure this time definitely works? Reconfirm. And then think again. Thank you so much, Ms. Jones. You have no idea how much this means to me. I'm going to be the highlight of your day. I can't wait to see you on day at a time. Thank them. Write it down. Reconfirm. Think again. And then lastly, number 3 would be send like a Google Calendar invite to their email so that way they get the reminder. That would be a good idea. So that way they get the reminder on their Gmail that they can confirm and accept the meeting. That's a hot little bonus move. So those are my tips on how to reduce cancellations. Urgency, firm up, and the bonus would be sending them the calendar reminder.